Hello and welcome to the Social News Desk training webinar for publishers. We're really excited that you're going to start using Social News Desk, and I'll just go ahead and get started with this presentation. My name is Jenny Kuglin. I'm the Director of Customer Relationships for Social News Desk. There's my Twitter handle @JenKuglin and my email jkuglin@socialnewsdesk.com. Please feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any questions or troubles with Social News Desk. I'm a journalist. I've worked in newsrooms for the past 13 years. I was a reporter and a news anchor for a while, then a news director, and then I was the general manager of Fisher Interactive for Fisher Communications. And that is where I met Social News Desk. I was actually their first client. So I've definitely been in your shoes before, know how difficult it is to layer digital on top of everything you're already doing. So I'm here to help you not only with Social News Desk, but with strategy. You can follow Social News Desk on Facebook and Twitter. We give lots of tips about journalism and social media and really try to keep you updated on all the changes that happen, especially with Facebook. All right, so what is Social News Desk? Overall, we are a posting tool. We want to make your life easier and faster, and we want to give you analytics to let you know how well your posts are doing so that you are increasing your audience. We're also going to keep you secure and make sure that you're not passing out too many passwords or having too many admins on accounts, since there's often turnover in newsrooms. When you log into Social News Desk, you're going to have this view. It's called the dashboard. You're going to be able to monitor and moderate all of your accounts. You're going to be able to see your Facebook wall. You're going to be able to see your Twitter accounts. Your manager will decide which accounts you have access to. So if you're a reporter, you may have access to your own Facebook and Twitter page and maybe your newsroom's Facebook and Twitter page. That's going to be up to your manager. From your dashboard, you're going to be able to make posts to social media. You're going to be able to post to Facebook or Twitter or both of them at the same time. We are also soon integrating Google+, and it will be the same method. You'll be able to make a post now, or you're going to be able to schedule it for later. We also, like I said, want to help you increase your audience. That's the reason for doing all of this. We want to help you increase your ratings, get more brand awareness, and get people to your website. So you probably know how many likes that you have, and that's great. It's a good look at of your potential audience when you send out a link. But you also want to look at your people talking about this score. What that is the number of interactions with your page over the last 7 days. So people liking, sharing, or commenting on things on your page. Also checking in, sharing a picture with you, anything like that counts as an interaction. This number is really important because it shows the general health of how much people are enjoying what you're posting and engaging with your brand. Facebook is telling you this score, so you understand that. And then also, Facebook is trying to make money off of brands by now charging them to show their posts to their fans. Facebook isn't naturally going to show your post to all of the people who like your page. Now, you probably work in a newsroom and don't have the money to pay for your posts to be seen, so you have to find a way to get around that. Now, luckily, Facebook knows that people want news and they want high-quality content. So if you're getting a lot of engagement, they are going to show your posts to your fans, and they're going to be taking a look at that, talking about this score for your brand page. These are two of our clients who have really high scores, meaning a lot of their fans are seeing their posts when they make them. So how do you make that happen? Again, you want people to be sharing, commenting, liking your posts. Get as much engagement as possible. So some ways to get there are pretty simple, actually, but they work really well. So ask a question. If you ask a question versus if you don't, you're going to get 100% more comments. And just like when you're out in the field interviewing someone, you don't want to just ask yes or no questions. Words like should, would, which, and who are going to get you better and more responses. Also include a call to action. Tell people to share or like the post. Okay, so here's some examples of asking questions. Both of these are great. They asked a question. They were good, interesting stories, and they both got a lot of comments. I like the one on the right even better, though, because that question really stands out. And when people are just scrolling through their feed, maybe on their phone, they're looking at it quickly, you want to grab their attention. They could have maybe asked a more engaging question, but nonetheless, it really grabs your attention. It still works out. It's a great story, and they've got 340 comments. Adding a call to action. This is actually telling people to share or like a post. You're going to do this less often than ask a question. You don't want to irritate people or overuse it. But there are times when it works really well, like when there's danger. So if someone is wanted, lost, missing, maybe someone needs help, or you could honor a victim. Those are great times to ask people to share a post. You could also do it during, say, severe weather or a recall. This station asked people to share this post about this guy who escaped from a correctional facility and has more than 8,000 shares. You can also do it on the softer side of news, asking people to like posts. So something's inspirational, beautiful, like a weather photo, people love those. Cute pets, a big sports win, pride in your city, or saying thanks like this that got 500 likes. We also make sure that you are including a link. Again, we really want to be driving people to your brand, whether that's on air or online. So include a link whenever possible. And don't only include a link, let people know what they're going to get once they click on it. I really like this post here. You know you're going to see more traffic cameras, and it's got a ton of engagement. You also want to avoid see more, meaning don't write a wall of text. People aren't going to click on it. Get them to your website to read more about the story. Keep your post as short as possible just to grab their attention. Shorter posts get 23% more interaction. On Facebook, there's the ability to share posts, as you've seen, and that's great. We want our fans and our viewers and our readers to be sharing our posts. However, you as a content creator should not be sharing posts. Facebook values original content more than shared content, so go ahead and create that post from scratch. We actually don't have the ability to share in SocialNewsDesk because we believe you should be the content creators and create it originally. A feature that SocialNewsDesk does not have is at tagging. So you write at in front of someone's name and it makes it clickable. Unfortunately, that is just not part of the API that Facebook has released to us. They have not given it to anybody. And in fact, you can't even tag people on Facebook's own mobile app. So we have asked them for this ability, and if they give it to us, we would love to incorporate it. A tip is that if you want to be able to send somebody to a page you're trying to drive traffic to, just do a call to action. Say, like this page for more updates, or to follow this reporter, or to like this reporter. That oftentimes works even better. So that's a lot about Facebook. Here are some tips about Twitter. Asking for retweets is like asking for shares. If you ask for a retweet versus if you don't, you're going to get 50% more retweets. And then, of course, adding a hashtag makes for better visibility in search. So here's an example from King 5 in Seattle during the Super Bowl. Retweet if you're in. They used 3 hashtags people were using, and now they've got 126 retweets and 22 favorites on that post. Also, use Twitter for breaking news. Because of Facebook's algorithm and how they're not showing necessarily all your fans your post, or they're showing it to them later, Twitter is really the place for moment-by-moment, happening now breaking news, and label it that way. That's why people are there. So say breaking, update, developing. It's going to grab people's attention, and they're going to be more likely to engage with you. Also, on Twitter, use pictures or video whenever possible, just like on Facebook. Twitter now shows them full, and tweets with media receive on average 3 to 4 times more engagement than those without media. We have a lot of reminders in SocialNewsDesk because we know all of this is a lot to remember on top of everything else you're doing. So we have tips constantly running at the bottom of the screen that you can check out. We also have little reminder windows that will pop up. So if you go to make a post and you didn't spell check it, or you didn't add a link, we're going to say, hey, did you mean to do that? If you did, that's fine. You can just post it as is, or you can go back and maybe add some more to make that post more engaging. Right now, we are recommending that on your main page for your main brand, 11 to 15 posts a day, and on Twitter, 1 to 4 posts an hour. Though really, you can do almost as much on Twitter as you want, especially in a live tweeting or breaking news situation. If you're a reporter or an anchor or a producer and you have a fan page or your own Twitter page, I would say you need to post every day. It's a really bad experience if someone wants to look at your page, they get there, and you're not posting at all. It looks like you're just not engaged or you don't care. So make sure you post. And best would be 1 to 3 on Facebook. And again, 1 to 4 on Twitter an hour. Really, no limit on Twitter. I told you earlier about the ability to schedule posts. That's really great when you're busy. Maybe you have time at 3 o'clock to write a post about your 5 o'clock show. Write it then, schedule it to go out. You can also edit them, and I'll show you how to do that. The scheduling tool is also great for making sure that you're sending out posts, if they're evergreen, when the most people are engaged on social media. So that's going to be on weekdays between 6 and 8 a.m. and 2 and 5 p.m. and then on weekends on Twitter, 1 to 3 p.m. We also have quick posts, which are templates for a post that you make a lot. I will show you how those work. When you log into SocialNewsDesk, it is a 2-step login process. You're going to have a username and password given to you by your manager. Then you also will choose your own security question. The reason we have this as a 2-step process is because we know that people share a lot of computers and iPads and things like that in newsrooms. And we want to make sure that if you remember your username and password on a device, someone else can't log in and use your accounts. We will lock you out if you get your password wrong or your security question wrong more than 3 times, just in case you're getting hacked. Any of your managers can unlock you. I can unlock you, or anyone at Social News Desk can unlock you. It's just a one-step process. It's very easy. We do have a mobile app in the Apple and Android stores. You can download that. It's free. You just use your same username and password to log in. And Social News Desk is browser-based, so you can always access it by just going to SocialNewsDesk.com. That will always work. You just log in. You never have to download software or update software on your computer. So that is a little bit about what Social News Desk is and just some general best practices for social media. So now I'm going to show you how to make a post in Social News Desk. So I am logged in. This is my screen. This is my dashboard. This is what yours will look like when you log in as well, and it's going to be blank. On the left are all the accounts that you have access to. Again, your manager is going to decide which accounts those are. I monitor a lot of accounts, as you can see. So I run the Social News Desk account. So I click the little arrow here, and I'm going to open up some of the columns so that I can monitor this account. So the stream is everybody that Social News Desk follows on Twitter. Then I've got my mentions, so I can see when people are talking about me. I really like the sent tweets. Sent tweets shows everything that the account has sent, so I can see, when was the last time I sent something, what did I say, all of that. If you have Twitter lists, you can import them. They are imported automatically. You can also create them or edit them. All right, so I've got these columns open. I could keep opening more columns if I wanted to, and they would just keep going all the way to the right. Then you've got this little bar down here, and you can go ahead and scroll left to right to monitor your accounts. So you could have 1 million accounts open and keep scrolling left to right. I like to be a little bit more organized than that. So this is where tabs comes into play. So you go up to the top here, and you go ahead and click this little plus. This is going to allow you to decide what tabs you want. So I want Twitter on one tab. I would like Facebook on another tab. And I like to have searches on another tab. Now, of course, you can decide to set this up however you want to. Maybe you want your morning show on a tab. Maybe you want anchors on a tab. It really just depends on however you like to look at things. This is totally up to you. And everybody who uses Social News Desk gets to have their own view. And once you get it set up, it's going to always look that way when you log in. By the way, up here is our frequency manager. If it turns red, it just means that you haven't posted in the set amount of time that your managers have decided you should be posting. So it's just a reminder that, oh, hey, I should be posting to Social News Desk. All right, so I've got Twitter on this tab. I'm going to click on Facebook, my Facebook tab, and then I'm going to open up some of my Facebook accounts. Now, we have a lot of just test accounts that we do things. That's what these are, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to open up this beta test page, which needs to be posted to. Let's see what else we've got on here. Again, we just use a lot of these just for testing. So I'm going to open up. And what we're doing when we're doing this is we're just opening up your Facebook wall. So that one hasn't been posted to in a while. So we've been doing testing here. So this is my Facebook wall. I'm going to be able to see all posts that my page has made. I'm going to be able to see all posts that other people put on my wall. I can delete a post, I can like a post, or I can look at the comments on a post. And so it's just your wall. And again, if people post on your wall, you'll be able to read it, you'll be able to comment, you'll be able to delete their comments, anything like that. If I wanted to make a post to 352 test Facebook page, I would just click post here, and it would already have everything filled out for me. All right, let me finish making my view how I want it to be. So I put searches on this third tab. Searches are going to be at the very top of this list over here, underneath your new post and quick post. I liked, when I worked in Seattle, for example, I liked to always have hashtag Seattle open. And let's see. So that's going to pull up. Maybe I want to see what else. So this is what's trending nationally down here. So for some reason, Starbucks is trending. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just to see what's going on with Starbucks. So you can have as many of these searches open as you'd like. You can also do Facebook searches. So now I can flip back and forth between Twitter, Facebook, and searches. All right, so now it's time to learn how to do a post. So you just go ahead and click this green New Post button. And you can open up as many of these as you want. So maybe you can have something, so if there's breaking news, you could stop whatever post you're working on and just go over and start working on a new post over there. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a post to Facebook and Twitter, a fake post that we're going to schedule to go out later. So I'm just going to choose a couple accounts. You can do multiple accounts at once. So I'm just going to choose a few of these. test post, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a link. So let's say this is a Mashable link. I'm going to click this little link button, put it in the box, and click attach. I could just paste it up here, but I recommend doing it this way because then you're going to see a preview of what it's going to look on Facebook. If you had multiple photos on a story, you'd be able to choose the thumbnail you wanted. You can also edit what this says, so it just gives you more control. Now down here, it automatically populates my Twitter posts, so I could just, if I was done, I could just post now, and this would go out to all of those accounts, and I would be done. Now, you know, like I said, Twitter, you want to do things like add hashtags. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, let's say, and hashtag Facebook. If I wanted to spell check this post, there's this little ABC button. I, of course, highly recommend that you always do that. All right, I did a good job. No spelling errors. Now I'm going to go ahead and click later because I want to schedule this post. So I'm going to schedule this for a date in the future. It's in 5-minute increments, so let's say I want to go at 2 o'clock p.m., and then I just click post. So now I could walk away, never worry about this again. It's going to go out on the 24th at 2 o'clock. If I want to change something about it, I go up to menu, and then there's Post Manager is your very first choice. Post Manager is where you're going to see all the posts that everyone on the staff has made, including your own. So there's a lot of really good information in here. If you schedule a post, it's going to be at the top always with a pencil and an X. The pencil allows you to go back and make a change. If something changed about that story or you want it to go out at a different time, you just click that pencil. Or, like I do right now, that's a mistake, I don't want it to go out, you can just go ahead and delete it. Again, all of the rest of your posts made by the staff are going to be down below, and you'll be able to see how well your post performed. So that's really exciting. You can see how many retweets, clicks, likes, shares, comments, impressions, things like that. So you can see how well you are doing and also how well other members of your staff are doing so you can learn from each other. All right. Whenever you want to go back to that main screen, it's always back to dashboard on the top left. So that was how we made a pretty complicated post and scheduled it to go out later. But let's just say we want to make, just a Twitter post. I'm just going to do new post, and we're going to actually set this to go out live. So I'm going to do just Twitter. I'm going to send this to the SocialNewsDesk account. I'm going to grab this link that I actually want to send out. Facebook has a new Nearby Friends location feature. And I'll say, here's a cool new Facebook feature. And I'm going to put the link. All right. If I wanted this to have a photo that would appear full, I would click this Add Image and go ahead and add a picture because Twitter does not automatically grab that photo. But I'm just going to send this out as is. So I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and spell check it. Looks like I'm good. And I'm just going to post it. And I'm done. So now, when I go to my Twitter screen, I'm going to be able to see that I sent out that post from the SocialNewsDesk account. There it is. It's gone out. All right, a few more things. Up under menu, you're going to be able to look at something called the Social News Report. It's second from the bottom. The Social News Report is a wrap-up of how everyone and your staff is doing. So it live updates all day long. You can also get a 24-hour wrap-up emailed to you by putting your email in the email setup button at the top of the screen. Now, you're going to have a lot more posts in here than I do because you're a very active newsroom. But this is a lot of cool stuff in here about your top users, your daily post count, what type of content your staff is doing. You're going to be able to see the top posts made by the entire newsroom by comments, shares, likes, and things like that. All right. Another good thing to know about SocialNewsDesk is if you ever need help, we've got the support button right here. This is going to be the most frequently asked questions. So you can come in here if you forgot how to add a photo or anything like that. Just drop by in here and check it out. Or we also have our contact support email down here. You can always feel free to contact me or contact support, and it's going to go to the entire SocialNewsDesk team. Okay? So my suggestion is that you log in and you start playing around with SocialNewsDesk, and then just email me if you have any questions. I would love to help you. And if you ever have strategy questions, again, you can always contact me. Thank you so much for your time.